Reality. Um, wow. Fantasy, sci-fi, the reality of the hobby. Well, my man, I now sit you in the middle of a commercial space, which I've just invested everything I own and everything I can get my hands on into starting this GameStop store in upstate New York. I'm in Saugerties. This will be my first business venture, and really, it's the one thing I really loved, and so why not make my hobby into a business if I can? I'm not looking to get rich. I would love to. I mean, who wouldn't love to get rich? But I love the hobby too, and the hobby's expensive. You know what I mean? It's like really, really expensive, and like some of the stuff they do, uh, just is straight up for your money. Like that, you know. That, I agree with like some corporations are just like out there for your money, and they're putting out crap, and that's it. And here you go. And I'm not cool with that. I mean, the stuff, the good stuff's not cheap itself. You know what I mean? Um, like uh, Wizards Coast Dungeons and Dragons miniatures, which I'm trying to collect in a minute. And at the moment, I'm trying to collect the Dungeons and Dragons miniatures, all of them. And they're a lot of money. You shouldn't have to like throw thousands of dollars to get little plastic miniatures from China. And that's kind of beat, But that's what it is. Anyway, what I'm looking to do is I'm looking to more provide like a community service. I'm looking for a place that people can come and experience, a gaming experience. Um, Maybe that they themselves wouldn't have put that much effort into. I'm dedicating my life to it really. Um, there's also I have an idea for an after-school program, which is more or less babysitting, but a lot of parents work after school, and um, sometimes I'll be going to a babysitter, so I'll have an after-school program where they can come in and they can play games with other kids, and I would provide something to eat, a snack. I guess that would have to really vary on child's diets and stuff, but and they come in the game for a few hours, and then when the parents are done with work, they can come pick them up. Um, I've actually invested so much in this game store. I'm living in it right now. I don't plan on being open for another year or so, but I mean, I didn't really have a purpose before this. Not to say I didn't have a purpose, but this is something I'm really driven about. And I want to be a good game store. Of course, I want to be the best game store I can be. Um, I even have this idea of like being so like customer friendly and just really like trying to reach out to the community and provide a new experience for the community. Um, as far as selling products I don't like, yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to do that because obviously other people like those games. Like Magic the Gathering is something that I don't really care for, but it seems to be awfully popular, and people seem to be enjoying themselves on it. So who am I to judge that? And I don't like the collectability part about the game. I think that's kind of silly. You have to keep updating your deck to be good at it or something. But um, I hope to be a very, very customer-friendly game store. And hopefully when I get open, maybe you can make it out here sometime and check it out and give me a review. uh, but you get into it because you love it. You get into the game business because you love it. And it's pretty much a surefire way to lose money. I'm pretty convinced I'm going to lose money. And if I don't lose enough money on that, maybe I'll try to open a game company and lose money that way. But it is part of the hobby. There's a wasp in here right now. It's kind of annoying me. And I figure I don't have a gaming store. I'm in Saugerties. I don't know if you look at the map. It's right outside of Woodstock, in Kingston, in New York, in the Hudson Valley on the Hudson River. My closest game stores are in the state capital, Albany, which is 50 miles away, or in Poughkeepsie, which is probably close to 40 miles away, 30 something maybe. I'm not exactly sure on that, how far it is. Dragon's Den Poughkeepsie is an excellent game store as well, I must add. if you find something online and they're saying, hey, you got this for $80 and I can get it here $80 in line, they'll come down on you, and they have a good rewards program, and they'll go out of their way to make sure that you get the rewards. Um, they'll fudge it a little bit for you so you get an extra rewards, and um, they're really helpful. They've got a full-time staff. They'll look for supplements if you want, and you'll never pay full price if it's used, never. But I think they make most of their money on running games in the store, um, and selling products as secondary because of the internet. I do work in the antiques business, and the internet has really uh, hurt the antiques business in a weird way. People no longer come, to a little town and go into the antique shop looking for some hidden treasure. There's still those people that do it, but it's not as like it once was. Actually connected to my game shop is the antique store I work in, which is cool for when you're playing here and there's extra props. It's nice to have those props around. But this is my starter store, and I hope it goes well. Like I said, I live in a small community, and there's not a game store around. I'm not really looking to, I realize I'm not going to have games flying off the shelf here or anything like that, especially with the internet. Because you can't get it. I mean, if it comes out new, you can't get it any cheaper than they can on the internet. That's just the way it is. I mean, your only advantage is that they don't have to wait for it, or it's right there in front of them. I mean, that's really the only advantage you have over the internet. Some people, maybe they don't have a credit card and stuff like that, so maybe that is useful. And again, though, I'm looking to provide a gaming experience for people that perhaps they can't afford for themselves, at a reasonable rate. And yeah, that's it. Really, I've got a lot of friends out there in the gaming community. I also have this other idea. I live in Sardis, like I mentioned, and right outside of Woodstock. And one of the local guys around here, he threw a festival a long time ago. His name's Michael Lang, and I happen to know him. He's not like a great friend of mine or nothing, but I've met him. I've done work for him in the past. So I'm thinking maybe when I open the store, I'll try to have a convention here, host a convention. My town boasts itself as the festival town, so I mean, why not have a gaming festival? Like, why not GameStock? GameStock 2012. And that's something I would really need a lot of help on. If anybody wants to get involved on that with me, I'd greatly appreciate that. But I'm just I've never done nothing like that before. I've never tried to hold a gaming convention or nothing like that. Honestly, this whole business is still new to me. But I think it's a great idea. Like, why not have a game festival here? Anyway, as I come across things in the business over the next few months, I'll respond back to this video and see how you feel about them. It's always great to get response, and the core of the community, the core, is the graybeards. The guys from First Edition, because we're the guys that've been playing for 30 years. Like, we're the guys that have the library of stories stacked in our head. Over numerous sessions, we're the guys that remember all the house rules or certain tactical scenarios in Dungeons and Dragons that were exciting, and we can relive them again. This wasp is really bothering me, but yeah. So I'll talk to you soon, man. Thanks for addressing the subject.